I'm going to start with making number wheels.
What happens when we take a number line to 10 and wrap it in a circle? Well, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is halfway around, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is right where 0 was, and that's a number wheel. 9 is 4 fingers past 5, and then we go to 10. And it's all 10 fingers. A wheel is complete, and our hands and fingers are complete. And we could also do another wheel for the tens. And down there we can show our tens with the bunny, and he jumps from 0 to 1. Addition patterns show up on a number wheel. You can play with these patterns, you can see, and create games with them. Let's watch for patterns. We'll start easy by adding 0 to bigger and bigger numbers. Of course, adding 0 to any number, the number stays the same. That's a pattern you probably already know. Here, 0 plus 1 equals 1. And moving the line to 2, adding 0 to 2 is still 2. Really easy. 0 helps us when we start adding bigger numbers, and it'll also help in subtraction. And now we are adding 0 to 3, and of course the answer is 3. But notice that 2 and 1 is also 3. And it creates a railroad track, also called a parallel line to the 0, 3 line. Interesting. And now we add 0 to 4, and it's easy to know that the answer is 4. And what else adds to 4? Yep, 1 and 3, which creates a railroad track, a parallel line with a 0, 4 line. Are you seeing any patterns? We're starting with easy numbers so you can see the patterns easily, and then see if the patterns hold for larger numbers. What other numbers add up to 4? 2 is all by itself, and yes, 2 plus 2 equals 4. After 4 comes 5, and there are a line between 5 and 0. How can you describe that line? Maybe up and down, a vertical line, above and below. Yeah. And what other lines? 1 and 4, and 2 and 3. Those are all the lines that add up to 5. Do you notice about all 3 lines? Yeah, they all point in the same direction. Straight up and down, also called vertical, above and below. Are
Go
there
to
any other
0,
whole
1,
numbers
2,
that add
3,
up to
4,
5?
5,
Or is this
2.
all of them? Did you notice anything about the lines from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5? You can stop this video at any time and talk about patterns that you see. Now we're adding 6 and 0, which add up to 6, of course, and connect them with the line. So let's connect other numbers that add up to 6. 1 and 5, 2 and 4, and 3 is all by itself. And 3 plus what adds up to 6? Yep, 3 plus 3 adds up to 6. Now here we have 0 plus 7 equals 7. And now we see we can create 3 lines of pairs of numbers that add up to 7. 1 and 6, 2 and 5, and 3 and 4. The lines that all point in the same direction, like railroad tracks. Look at those adding numbers. Can you see any patterns there? On the left, the numbers get bigger by 1, like counting 0, 1, 2, 3. And on the right, they get smaller. 7, 6, 5, 4. If a number gets larger by 1 and smaller by 1, it stays the same up to the same number. Here, it's 7. Now we're over to 0 and 8, which of course adds up to 8. Can you guess what lines will be pairs of numbers that add up to 8? And there they are, 7 and 1, 6 and 2, 5 and 3, and 4 all by itself. Now numbers are very dependable friends, so what happens to numbers when they're all alone? Yep, they're doubled, and 4 plus 4 equals 8. And we're almost around the wheel when we get to 9 plus 0. And we can go to the next numbers are 8 plus 1, 7 plus 2, 6 plus 3, and 5 plus 4. They're all one bigger and one smaller, so they all add up to 9. And with lines connecting numbers, you can see that 2 plus 7, 3 plus 6, and 4 plus 5 all also equal 9. And you can see those numbers all get smaller, and those numbers get bigger. Oh, there's a pattern there. And coming around the circle, we're back at 0. But hey, we just came from 6, 7, 8, 9, so it should be 10. And 10 ends in 0. And the wheel really is the ones digits. So the top 0 is really 0 and completes the circle at 10 also. It's both 0 and 10. 0 and 10 are side by side and also know they add up to 10. What other numbers are side by side? Going down there, 9 plus 1, 8 plus 2, 7 plus 3, 8 plus 2, 7 plus 3, and 6 plus 4. And we have 5 by itself. Double it, right? And you know that 5 plus 5 equals 10. Now we've gone all the way around the wheel, but we're not done, because the 0 on top is also 10, and we can make 11, because that's also 10 on top. So 10 plus 1 is 10-1, also known as 11. I like it, call it
10-1. So is that making sense to go past 10?
Make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, good. We'll just keep going then.
1, because it makes more sense than 11. It's just our 0 plus 1 line, but now we can go down with other lines. And 9 plus 2 are the next numbers below 10. They're one bigger and one smaller.
And then 8 and 3.
And 7 and 4, and 6 and 5. And if you turn the numbers around, 1 and 10, 2 and 9, 3 and 8, 4 and 7, 5 and 6, they also add up to 10-1 or 11. And now we're at 10-2. Can we make lines that add up to 10-2?
Or
I bet
12?
we can. There's 9-3, also add up to 10-2 or 12. 8-4, 7-5, and 6 is all by itself. And what do we do in numbers all by itself? Yeah, we double them. So 6 plus 6 equals 12-2 or 10-2. Here we go. 1 plus what number equals 12? It's actually 11, which ends in a 1. So we can just put that in and put 11 plus 1. And notice if you go down the left side, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, all getting one smaller. And on the right of that equation are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all getting one bigger. There's a pattern for you. And then we have 10-3, and that looks familiar. And of course the other numbers are 9-4, 8-5, and 7-6. And they're all probably going to end up as 10-3 or 13, if you want to call it that.
And then we have 1 and 2 on the right side, and they add up to 3, so we add a 10 to either one, and we get 10-3 or 13.
And so 11 and 2 are going to be 13-2. And there's that line. Whoa, and there's 10-4. Over and out, good buddy. And 10-4, 9-5 is also going to add up to the same thing as 10-4 or 14, and 8-6, and 7 all by itself. There's our 7 and 7 are 14. And there's our 2 and what equals 14? Yeah, and you can take a look at the numbers going up on the left are 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's right. So you can find the...
Any comments?
It's really good. It's good. Real good. And informative. I did not see those patterns definitely within my homework.
Can you hear her?
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't see those patterns in your homework.
And also, it's just overall a good video. The editing is really nice, how kind of the lines fade in, and it's not like one of those real weird videos where it's like has all the music and then it's funky and then you can't hear the person speaking, and then they have like a lot of edits and it says like bam and all that stuff, and it's just really nice and chill.
All right.
Never thought you'd be nice and chill, huh?
Yeah, I like that. All right.
Was real good. It is real good.
All right. We'll continue
Numbers
here.
get missing in all kinds of ways, which is really good when we get to subtraction. And all these pairs of numbers are going to help us when we do addition. And 10 and 5. Well, 10 and 5 we also call 15. And other numbers that add up to 15, we go to the left. 9 and 6 are 15, and also 8 and 7 are 15. And we can go to the right, and there is 11 and 4 are 13, 12 and 3 are 13, and 13 and 2 are 13. So just lots of ways. The 10 can be in any place. It's still going to add up to 15. And 10, 16.
15.
And 9 and 7 are
16.
also 10, 6 or 16. And then 8's all by itself. Well, of course, we double that 8. And 8 and 8 are 16. And 11 and 5 are 16. And 12 and 4. So we just add 10 to either one of those numbers. And we still get 16. And 3 plus what equals 16? Well, looking at the numbers going up, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The next number is going to be 13. So lots of ways to see that or figure that out.
Say it out loud.
There it is.
13.
Yeah. Yeah, you figured that out, didn't you? Yeah.
The one on the wall.
And then 10, 7, also called 17 by some. I still like the 10, 7. And the other numbers then are 11 and 6, and 12 and 5, and 13 and 4. And what about that 9 and 8? Sure is. That's 17 too. So here's 10, 8. And 10 plus 8 is 18. And 11 plus 7 is 18. And 12 plus 6 is 18. And 13 plus 5 is 18. And 14 plus, what do you think? That's right, 14 and 4 are 13. And then 9, well, 9's all by itself, so we double it. And yes, 9 and 9 are 18.
Yeah.
Really cool. And now we've almost gone around the wheel twice. Here's 10, 9, or 19. And of course, we just add the ones, so 11 and 8 are 19, and 12 and 7, and 13 and 6, and 14 and 5. And of course, you could reverse all of those. 5 and 14, 6 and 13, 7 and 12, 8 and 11, and 9 and 10. All that up to 19.
You could also do 18 and 1 is 19, and 17 and 2, and 16 and 3, and 15 and 4. So there's just so many facts there, just all in that one wheel.
15 and 5. And of course, you could reverse all of those. 5 and 14, 6 and 13, 7 and 12, 8 and 11, and 9 and 10. All that up to 19. And are we done? Oh, let's complete the wheel. So here we have a wheel, and we have 10 plus 10
gotta get to
are 20. And look at this.
that could
9
be 20.
and 11 are 20. 8 plus 12 are 20. 7 plus 13 are 20. 6 plus 14 are 20. 15 plus 5. 5 plus 15. What number is it going to be? Yep, 5 and 10, 5.
So if you just take a look at that, also the 15 and 5, 14 and 6, 13 plus 7, 12 plus 8, 11 plus 9, and if you switch those around, so 19 and 1, 18 and 2, 17 and 3, 16 and 4, and 15 and 5. also. And so just all kinds of facts with that one little wheel that looks so simple.
Mhm.
Once you get to 20, it's good to use a second wheel for the tens. This is a nice way to do it. But you could do it on the one wheel. And as a matter of fact, that first picture I showed you, which I'll show you at the end of this, it has an inner wheel that has the tens in it.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
saw
whole
that.
new way to look at it. So we'll look at that next. Let's finish
10 and
this.
0. One gets smaller
Okay.
and one gets bigger. So it still adds up to 10. We go down in 8 and 2.
Minus 1
Also
plus 1.
equal 10. Getting one, the 9 gets smaller by 1 and the 1 gets bigger by 1.
So if you have 10 pennies and you take one away and you put one back, you still have 10, but you have 9 and 1. You take another one away and you put it back again, you got 8 and 2, still have 10.
8 becomes
Okay.
down to 7, 1 smaller, and 2 becomes 1 bigger to 3. And so you can see where that adds up to 10. So you can do that with any numbers, and they're going to add up. So 6 and 4, 1 smaller and 1 bigger. And then 5 is 1 smaller than 6 and 1 bigger than 4.
And so 5 and 5 are 10. So this one bigger, one smaller stays the same. We're going to use it to add numbers going up to 0, and we're also going to use it for subtraction going from 0 down through all the numbers. So we can do that for everything, and we'll play with that next.
Blank circles for you to play with, and you will get one of those to really play with, and you can actually make the lines, either make lines or circle the pairs of numbers that add up to 10, make 10, make 9, make 8, make 7, make 6, make 5, make 4, or 14s, or 15s, or 10 5s, or 10 3s, or 10 2s, or 10 1s. And you can see on the right, there all the lines are there for you to look at. And it all makes sense. You can see where they actually go around slowly. Each number is a little bit turned, a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more, until you go through right back to right across from each other.
See, tell them what you think.
I loved it.
Yeah, we love it. Oh, great. I'm really glad that you're on, because I really wanted to get a kid to look at it. Because
Okay. What did you say? You never knew what?
I never knew that there was a pattern.
Well, don't whisper to me. Tell Mr.
I
Sun.
never knew there was a pattern in the numbers.
You didn't know there was a pattern in the numbers?
yeah,
I just thought, oh, if I add that, I'll get this. And I add that, I'll get this, and that, and that, and that, and that.
So you just thought if you added the numbers, you get it. Now you
Yes.
see, you can think your way through, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
yeah.
You got a passing grade.
I'm just going to bring this other sheet up here. This is the new
Okay.
one that is brand new,
Oh.
and it's got, the outer wheels, the 10 wheels in all different colors, but then it's got the inner wheels for 10s. And it's pretty interesting. I'm thinking that you could do the outer wheels for the ones digits, and then do the
Uh-huh.
inner wheel in a different color for the tens digits, and you could actually create add 2-digit numbers that way.
Oh, so that's the thing that you used in the video, the chart thingy?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Chart
Yep.
wheel
Yep.
chart.
All right.
One thing I'm thinking about doing is doing something like this, rather than just doing lines, actually doing circles, or circling them like this. And then you could put in there 5 plus 2 equals, and we'll just do a question mark. And then you do the next 2, and you do 6 plus 1 equals question mark. And what do you think that number is going to be?
7.
7. It's pretty obvious, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
And
because
also,
7 plus 0 equals 7. So that means that 6 and 1 is 7, and that means that 5 and 2 is 7.
4 and 3.
And then, oh, and then 4 and 3. Look at that, huh? So you can go up or down.
And
Now-
also, if you
Yeah.
go across with the thing, since it's right next to each other, like the 4 and the 6 right next to each other, on the different circles, it's 10, and the 3 and the 7, that's
Yes.
10, and the 2 and the 8, that's
Yeah.
also
Oh,
10.
she's looking at the 2 circles. Yeah.
Yeah. So you go straight across like that. Do
It's all
4 and
10.
6. And 7 and 3.
Mhm.
And 8 and 2. And 9 and 1. And this is 10 and 0. So they all add up to 10.
They do. Oh, wow. That's weird.
Isn't that weird? But
That is
numbers
very weird, and it's kind of scaring me.
but numbers are really friendly. That's what's really cool about it. So you could also do like this one in terms of if this was 17, all you have to do is put your 10 up here, and then it's 10, 7. And then all of a sudden, 17 for subtraction, 17 minus 9 is
8.
8.
Eight.
And 17 minus 8 is,
9.
yeah. And
You
17
see the pattern?
Oh, yeah.
17 minus 5,
12.
you would just add the 1 there. There's 12. So you add 1 to either one of these.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And 17 minus 4 equals 13.
Yes. Yes. Doesn't the wheel make it interesting and fun?
Yes, very.
It
A whole
does.
new way to look at it. So anything you'd like to do? We got 2 more wheels here.
Okay.
Do you want to work out a problem?
Yeah, tell them work out a problem.
Yeah, work. Yeah.
How about adding 8 and 7?
8 and 7. Sure, it's 15.
Yeah, 15.
Okay, so let's work it out and prove it. So there's our 8 and 7. And 8 plus 7 equals some number. And then the next 2 numbers are going to add up to the same number because it's one bigger and one smaller. So 9 plus 6 are going to be the same number. And then 8, 9, this is going to be 10 then.
So what's the other number?
8 and be 10. So then, wait a minute. The other number. Oh, 14 and 1.
14 and 1. Okay. And then what number?
13 and 2.
13 and 2. And you can see you could also do 12 and 3 too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can add that 1 to either one of them. Look at that, all those facts. And they all add up to how much?
15.
15. All right. So our last one, what would you like to do with the last one? You want to do a subtraction?
Yes, subtraction.
Subtraction.
How about something like 13? Okay, so that's going to make this a 10.
Yep.
And we'll do it 13.
13.
And what do you want to subtract?
7.
7? Okay, let's work our way to 7. We'll work our way to 7.
We'll work with the 7.
Okay, 7.
Okay, so 9 and
Yep.
4 are the next 2. which us add up to 13 too. And
Mhm.
8 and 5. And then what?
And then 7 and 6.
7 and 6. And what is 7.2?
And wait, what did you say?
What is a 7.2?
7.2.
6.
6. So 13 minus 7 points right to 6.
Oh my goodness.
No.
Oh, wait a minute. And 8 and 8
And what?
minus 13 equals 5. It's
Yeah.
just reverse.
Yeah.
And then 9 and 4. Oh, dang.
Yeah. So 13 minus 9 is,
Oh, wow. Dang it, where was this in 2nd grade when I needed this? Where was this in kindergarten?
we're trying to
All
get
right,
it
but
there.
Z's got it now.
I would have appreciated this so much.
Yeah.
And I do now, but if I would have learned this in 2nd grade.
Oh, you would know.
Well, Z's getting it now.
So I know.
And you can help
Okay,
any
this is-
younger kids that you know too. So
Oh,
13 minus, how about 13 minus 8?
13 minus 8. That's
13.
5. Oh gosh. 13 minus 8 is 5.
Yeah. And all those arrows go both ways. So 13 minus 5 is how much?
18.
13 minus
Oh,
18.
no. I
13 minus 5.
There. 8.
I
Yeah.
meant to say 8.
Yeah. And 13 minus 4 is,
4.
just look on the
13
wheel.
minus 4.
No.
Look at the
Minus
wheel.
4 is
9.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, yeah, the younger one's getting the answers. The older one is saying, oh, I could have done it this way.
Yeah.
Oh, if I had this in 2nd grade,
Okay,
I would
okay.
be rolling.
It would be a blessing.